Hi, welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. I'm Carmen, and today we're going to do a general reading. So let's call in spirit. A little wind chime time. All right, so I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Let's see. So if you've seen any of the recent videos I've done, I've gotten into the habit of using the Tattoo Tarot to identify the energies at play in the reading. Ooh. So we've got the Page of Wands. This can generally speak to good news, or sometimes there's an element of immaturity. And then we've got the High Priestess. And we'll get the other energy in another shuffle here. So either this High Priestess has good news coming to her, or she has good news to share. Alright, so we've got Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is going to speak to more like stability and actually it's kind of interesting. This one has an eye at the top of the card. It's really making me think of the third eye. So maybe speaking to intuition, or somebody who's really focused on money. All right, let's see. I'm going to do another shuffle here, and we'll figure out what else we've got for this second energy. The Page of Swords almost fell out, but not quite. That would have been 3 pages out of 4 cards. Okay, so we went from the Page to the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is generally known for his intellect, although I was just looking at the Fool, so this might not apply in this particular reading. And also, can be kind of reckless or fast-moving, but this particular drawing, the King of Swords looks pretty angry. So both the swords, the king and the queen, have a little bit of at least a possibility of maybe being a little bit too harsh or a little biting with the tongue. So they might be, quick to insult people or a little bit defensive. And I think I'll use the Santa Muerte deck for getting a little more insight on the actual situation. So the main identities then are the High Priestess and the King of Swords. What's going on with these two, Spirit? Did you see that? Holy shit. All right, so we've got the 7 and the 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles is going to speak to generally like an emotional attachment or something that you're not willing to let go of. Sometimes if, we're really focused on money in the reading, it could mean literally saving money. And the 7 of Pentacles is basically, you made your bed, now you get to lay in it. Lie in it. I hope my mom doesn't watch this. She'll definitely correct me. Alright, let's see. So we've got a decent amount of pentacles here already. There's a decent chance we've got earth signs at play here. And then we've got the Ace of Swords. This card for me generally evokes you know, basically clarity, truth, honesty, all of those, but can also mean, you know, like actual knowledge, education. Next to the Seven of Pentacles, it makes me feel like it is more on like the education side, but let's see what the next card is. So the Temperance card and the Three of Pentacles flipped over but did not fall out. And the Temperance card is going to speak to balance. And the Three of Pentacles is often like collaboration. Sometimes it can be like a third party or somebody studying someone. So again, we've got like kind of an education theme coming out. And then we've got the Page of Cups. That's kind of crazy because that's that third page again. All right, so let's see if we can get one more here. Page of Cups is generally going to be in reference to somebody who is coming with an offer of love or perhaps an apology, but definitely somebody who's got some emotions and some generally positive feelings towards the person that they're headed towards. And the last one here is Justice. With it being in the far right and the fact that it wasn't fully upright, I would say justice is not quite arrived in this situation, but it's coming. So this might be a situation where we're dealing with some karma. Either way, if the Justice card comes out, there has been injustice. So let's see if we can figure out a little bit more in terms of what that injustice was. We'll go with this one. This is the Tarot Familiares? I don't know. There's cute owls and cats and stuff. Alright, so we've got the Emperor and the Six of Cups. So the Emperor is generally the divine masculine and, speaks to somebody, generally obviously a masculine energy, who has, commandeered respect from people, has been able to, earn a reputation for hard working. It's a combination of all of the four kings, right? But on the negative side can be seen to be a little bit controlling or manipulative. There is, with this particular deck, a moon sitting right above his antlers. Sorry, I just heard a quote from Grandma's Boy in my head. If you haven't seen that movie, please go watch it. It's hilarious. So the fact that there's a moon in between his antlers is giving me secrecy or dishonesty vibes because, as some of you may know, if you've got the moon card coming out or, sometimes the tower will depict a moon, that's talking about secrets. So the fact that there's a moon sitting above the Emperor's head makes me feel like the Emperor or, the King of Swords had some secrets that did not come out. And then we've got the Knave of Cups. So this is actually a repeat because the Knave of Cups would be the same as the Page of Cups. And there's 3. And we already had 3 pages. So I feel like the number 3 is important in some way. Six of Cups, if I skipped over that, is generally reunion. It can be romantic, but it doesn't have to be. We've got, let's see, any other repeats? 9, 1, 7, 4. Okay, so that's about all we've got in terms of repeats for numbers or cards. As I said with the Page of Cups, the Knave of Cups is going to be somebody I'm going to go with somebody who has an apology, because here we have the moon in the background again. There's some secrecy, and with the Ace of Swords in the upper row here, I think the apology would be one that enlightens the High Priestess on the situation. The other thing to keep in mind is she's the High Priestess, so she might already know what's going on, and this King of Swords may underestimate her ability to know that. We've got the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords, It's feeling to me like there were 5 lies. Or 5 opportunities to come clean. What else, Spirit? And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. This is the second time this card has come out. We also have that from the Santa Muerte deck. And again, Seven of Pentacles is speaking to somebody who is basically dealing with the consequences of what they did. Because we're dealing with some dishonesty here and secrecy, I'm going to guess that means something blew up in someone's face when they decided to not be honest about something. And we've got the Magician. I feel like that kind of clarifies or validates that, because the Magician can often be somebody who's manipulative or dishonest or trying to make a situation into what they want it to be and not what it actually is. But, you know, it's a cute little cat. Let's see, what is that? Another moon in the background, and like some potions. So the Magician can also speak to somebody who is doing spell work. Not sure if I get that vibe right now, but let's see what the clarification offers us. So this is the Everyday Tarot. Really like to clarify with smaller cards, a little bit easier. Alright, so what's this Four of Pentacles, Spirit? Okay, so we had the Seven of Swords come out, and to me that says that what was being held on to was what was being hidden. So something that was secret. That to me says like an ex or some, you know, maybe flirtation that was external to the relationship. But it could also be, for some of you, something a little bit less love-based or romance-based. It could also be because of this Ace of Swords. If we're looking at it, it could be more about education. Maybe, you know, lying about what kind of path you've chosen for a career. Because we've got all these moons, I'm really thinking it's more on the dishonesty or betrayal side. Why is the Ace of Swords here? Wheel of Fortune. All right. Wheel of Fortune is going to speak to karma. So that says to me that the karma is the truth coming out. So whoever thought they were getting away with this, they won't. They say the truth always outs. So you know. Alright, why is the Justice card here? Three of Cups. So we can read this in a few ways. For some of you, this is a card that's validating the third party concept. So, in other words, the injustice that is calling the Justice card out is that there was a third party involved. The alternative is the justice for the High Priestess is that she's doing great. She's partying with her friends. She's moving on. Could be both. And then we had the Eight of Wands fall out. And if you notice, there's birds, which are additional symbols for messages. And we've got the Page of Wands at the beginning. And if you recall, the Page of Wands is good news. So I think this is tying back to our good news. The justice, the karma, or in this case, dharma, for this High Priestess is good news. Why is the Six of Cups here? I don't know if you heard that, but someone's mad out there. Alright, we've got the Star in reverse. The Star is going to speak to wish fulfillment. It could also literally mean somebody who's got, success on YouTube or a platform like Instagram. I think in this case, with it especially being in the reverse, clarifying the Six of Cups, I think that means either you were not the wish fulfillment for this King of Swords, and so he was reuniting with someone from the past, or one or both of you do not wish to have any kind of reunion with each other. Again, it could be both. Why is the Five of Swords here? Death in the reverse. So death doesn't need to always be taken literally as somebody, kicking the bucket. I think in this case, especially if it's in the reverse, we're talking about somebody who was unwilling to change. Why is the Magician here? Judgment. King of Cups. First of all, let's just take a moment to giggle about the King of Cups being a merman. That's great. After all, water sign, right? So, judgment is like, often a secret coming out or some sort of literal judgment, right? On somebody like, hey, I hear you did this. You're a piece of shit. But with it coming out with the King of Cups, it feels like the King of Swords or King of Cups gentleman here is getting his comeuppance. People are going to be aware of what a piece of shit he was and that he was manipulative and controlling. And maybe then he'll change. Let's get one more card here. Why is Judgment here? we've got Page of Cups in the reverse. Third time that this card has come out, again with the number 3. Page of Cups in the reverse to me is saying that this guy is probably receiving some bad karma and maybe being gossiped about or flat out, excluded from friend events and things like that because they didn't apologize. Okay, let's see. So we'll end it with a couple of cards from the Romance Angels Oracle and see if that deception card comes out. Alright, what do we need to know here, Spirit? Let your friends help you. So your friends might have good insight into the situation, or they may be key in terms of getting over what's happened. Flirt judiciously. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Deception. So, yeah. I think it would probably be in your best interest to step away from the King of Swords and let him figure his shit out while you go flirt with some new friends. Yeah, that's what I see. Cool. Well, thank you for joining me today. Appreciate all of your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. And follows on Instagram if you'd like to follow me there. I'm at Wicked Wands Tarot. And you can also email me at wickedwandstarot@gmail.com if you'd like a personal reading. Thanks again, and have a great rest of your day.